Well, Marvel sure surprised us, huh? The Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer has finally come out. I've been waiting for this trailer since I saw the leak of it a while ago. So Marvel has been putting out like these little clips of the trailer on social media, and now finally we can see the actual trailer. So, like usual, I'm not gonna actually play the trailer because I'm gonna get copyright struck. So I'm just gonna go over the trailer like this. So we start with Peter. He's watching on his phone a picture of MJ and Ned, which, man, move the fuck on, man. I would have so loved if I never saw those two ever again. He's got a flip phone, it seems, so he's too poor to afford an actual like smartphone, which in New York City is funny if you really think about it. But so he sees it, he gets mad, and he puts his mask on and he starts jumping down. Super cool. We get a nice shot of him, of his eye inside. I like the shot and I like the idea. This doesn't really make sense because his eye should be right up against the lenses, but okay. I appreciate the idea of the shot. So then a lot of this trailer now is we have a narration from Peter going over this letter that he's written to MJ and Ned, talking about how, my name is Peter Parker, you used to know me, I'm Spider-Man, I had to do something that made everyone forget everything to save the world. Like you can see his web shooter that he made right there, really like that. Then they show Peter, he's seeing Ned and MJ in the cafe she works at. Then we have a picture of him, with a laundry machine waiting for his spider suit. Like, that's pretty good. I like that. Him getting the key to the city, which I'm assuming this is New York City, so it should be Wilson Fisk. And that's my big thing about Kingpin about all this is, isn't there the anti-vigilante task force? Where are they? So MJ and Ned are watching this, and then we move to another cool shot of him swinging throughout the city. Like, this is really cool. Woo! Really sweet. Really like that. Then we get him getting hit by a truck, which is the Punisher's truck. I'm so happy the Punisher finally has his truck. Can I tell you, or his van, sorry. I'm so happy that the Punisher's finally got his van. And Peter just knows who he is. He's like, Frank, you almost hit me with your van. I like that it's just he knows Punisher. We don't need a whole on, who are you? I'm the Punisher. No, obviously he would know who he is. I like this. So he webs up Punisher's gun. Punisher still shoots him. It kind of launches him at this tank, which is rampaging throughout the city. So Peter launches himself back at Punisher. Woo! Knocks him out. Punisher almost swore, and Peter's just like, go home, go away. I like that. So we see Peter in MJ's new apartment. She's got a nice fucking apartment for working at a cafe. What the hell? And she's got a new boyfriend. Oh no. Is this Paul? Is this gonna be Paul? I honestly wouldn't mind if it's Paul. I am of the camp that I want Zendaya to go away from these fucking movies, so I'd be for it. But Peter's sad, and we see him sweating as shit. Like, he's gone through it, and he suddenly, he passes out. And he wakes up in a cocoon. He's in a web cocoon. As you can see, he has no web shooters. He falls, and yet he still manages to save himself. So it looks like they are going with the organic webbing. And the big rest part of this trailer is he is mutating. Peter is mutating. His powers are mutating. And it looks like that they're going to use that to give him organic webbing. It looks like they also upgrade his spider sense later in this trailer right here. His spider sense upgrades a bit, so maybe he'll actually be able to call it spider sense instead of that stupid Peter tingle. So we have here him getting scanned. Right here it says like superior strength, superior agility, heightened senses, enhanced perception, right? Enhanced human detected as he's getting scanned. Right here, he goes to Dr. Banner, who looks to be his professor at ESU, which is good. He's at ESU. Banner is still wearing, it looks like the thing he had from She-Hulk that suppresses and makes him human again. Fuck, I have so many problems with Hulk in the MCU, man. Professor Hulk is one of the worst things that ever fucking happened to this character in the MCU. And the fact he has to have a band to keep him from being Hulk is dumb. But Banner's like, who are you? So then Banner tells him, your DNA is mutating and all that type of stuff. We see Peter and his, I don't know if this is supposed to be at his apartment, but it's covered in webs. And I like how, look, he's got the police scanners and his own made up setup. Like, that's good. He visits Aunt May's grave. Then we see big explosion. Oh my god. And there's a narration going here talking about the life cycle of a spider, about how spiders have 3 life cycles. In between each cycle, they are vulnerable. So as you can see, Peter is here. He's found the tank that was rampaging through the city earlier, and he rips the lid off, and he sees it's an old woman right here. And this is the big thing. So the old woman, and then whoop, oh, something went to this guy. The old woman's, her head, oh, goes up to another guy. So that clearly indicates someone is controlling these people. So someone was controlling the old woman, making her rampage through the city in the tank. Then it went to this guy, then to the guy up there. We have this guy here, who is an X-Men character. He is an anti-mutant advocate. So he's here in this movie because, you know, we're going to do X-Men stuff. So he's here now. He's been cast. He's the anti-human mutant advocate. I forget what his name is. So, yeah, it's William Metzger. That's it. That's who people think he's going to be, who is an anti-mutant advocate. So, yeah, he's going to be here. And it makes sense he would be here if, indeed, what they're doing is with this person right here. If this is Jean Grey. Which it probably is Jean Grey, so there's Sadie Sink as Jean Grey. So that's probably what that is there. We have Scorpion right here. Michael Mandow back as Scorpion. He's in the suit finally. I'm not a huge fan of the Scorpion suit. For this brief little bit we saw, I would prefer if it was the full green suit. You know, maybe if we want to do something along the lines of, you know, like the Spider-Man PS4 games for a suit, I wanted him to wear a mask. The fact he's not wearing a mask annoys me. But yeah, he hits Spider-Man. That's a really cool shot with Peter and his webs. Maybe this is him trying out his organic webbing and he's just not getting the handle on it. Could be. We see Frank there. There's a little thing with Peter and Zendaya there. I refuse to call her MJ. So he pulls the tank. Ooh, really cool shot. He hits the wall and this woman's not paying attention. This next bit here is my favorite part. There's the Amazing Fantasy cover. There, he's doing another one. There's Boomerang right there. He's fighting fucking Boomerang. Peter's fighting Tarantula right there. And here he is fighting the Hand. He is in prison fighting the Hand. I want to know what the fuck happens here. And you can see his eyes go black. Now, I've seen some people say, oh my god, it's the symbiote. No, idiot. He is mutating. This is clearly him going through his mutation. So he stops it there with the web and fucking breaks it apart. That's such a cool shot. And he is fighting the Hand here in prison. I like this. And then, awesome shot right there. That's fucking amazing. I fully believe Daredevil's in this shot and they just edited him out. It's too big of a fucking gap for Daredevil not to be here. So I fully believe Daredevil's here and they just edit him out. And then we have here, he sees MJ and he's like, oh, hi, I'm your neighbor down the hall. These flowers are a housewarming gift. And she's like, oh, you're a friendly neighbor. Okay, but overall, I do enjoy this trailer. I do really like this trailer. I think this is a really good trailer. It has me excited. Okay, I am excited. And I have not been excited for a Marvel product in fucking a long time. I think the last time I was really like excited about a Marvel product was Deadpool and Wolverine. Because post Endgame, the stuff from Marvel I've enjoyed was Deadpool and Wolverine, which was a Fox movie, Guardians of the Galaxy 3, which was a holdover movie, and the last good movie James Gunn ever did, X-Men 97, which is based on an animated show from the 90s, and Spider-Man No Way Home, when we get to the villains, because I don't like the beginning part. the beginning part of the movie is boring to me. I don't enjoy it. Once Doc Ock shows up, then the movie starts rolling with me, and I like it. Yeah. And I like, you know what? I'll admit, I think the first season of Loki's pretty good. I actually like the first season of Loki. The first season of What If is it's hit or miss for me. But everything after that, I think, is just awful. But no, this trailer does excite me. I'm happy. It looks like he's actually going to be Spider-Man in the Spider-Man movie, which is something I have been wanting forever, is Spider-Man to act and look like Spider-Man in a Spider-Man movie, and I haven't gotten that because he's just been Iron Boy for the past couple years. So I'm really happy that he is Spider-Man. He's in a rinky-dinky apartment. He's making his own tech from scraps. He's got a rudimentary setup to understand, what's happening in the city. His suit is fabric that he is sewing himself. I like that. I like how they're going to show he's been active in the city since we last saw him. He hasn't just been sitting idly by. He's like you see, he's been fighting Boomerang, he's been fighting Tarantula, Scorpion's gonna show up. We knew Tombstone's in this movie. Maybe oh god, what's his name? Puma might be there. I think some people saw Puma symbols there. So like he's been doing stuff, and I wonder, because I'm very I believe that these shots here are just going to be shown as like a montage for what he's doing, and I like that they're taking comic covers for this. That brings me a lot of joy. I wonder if we're gonna see more. Like, we're gonna see Prowler, maybe. Maybe who else can we do as a Spider-Man villain that isn't super big? Like people like Boomerang and Tarantula that people don't know. Sin Eater, but Sin Eater I would like to see more of, so maybe don't do Sin Eater. Finisher. I'm trying to think now. Rocket Racer, a Big Wheel. Oh hell yeah, Big Wheel. Let's go, man. That's a fucking extinction level threat, Big Wheel. Yeah, but like I'd love to see if there's more than just that of him fighting some lesser known Spider-Man villains, showing he's been active and he's been fighting some of these street level guys. I would definitely like that. Yeah. But all in all, I'm pretty happy with this trailer. I think this movie is going to do better than Doomsday. I think it's just going to be straight up a better movie than Avengers Doomsday. I think Avengers Doomsday is going to be a hodgepodge mess. But I have faith in this movie. Hopefully that it will do well. I'm going to see it. I see everything Spider-Man, whether it's good or bad, pretty much. That's why I watch Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, and I think that's dog shit. But this I'm hopeful for. I am hopeful for this movie. This might be the last one we have with Tom Holland. Who knows? Because they're going to do a reboot. He may stick around. I'd love if he did, because I think he's great casting as Spider-Man. I just wish he had better material to work with in his movies. I think the best he was as Spider-Man was Civil War. Civil War was, he was like, to me, I'm like, that's just Peter Parker, Spider-Man, fully realized to me. Didn't like Homecoming, didn't like No Way Home Far From Home that much. The parts from Far From Home I did enjoy was the parts where he's fighting Mysterio, and I can convince myself this is a Spider-Man movie. I think in Infinity War he was good. The brief time he was in Endgame I'm fine with. But yeah, he hasn't really been Spider-Man to me. But I hope this changes that. I really hope this changes that. But yeah, I like this trailer. I'm excited. Now I'm probably going to do another Spider-Man comic binge again. I've been knee-deep in Superman comics recently. Rereading Superman comics. I'm on Superman Blue, where he's the energy being again. He and Scorn have just became friends, and Scorn has given Superman his suit back because he realizes, I need to be my own man, or alien, or Kandorian, or whatever the hell. So I'm gonna be doing a Spider-Man reread again, probably. Whatever. I'll stop before Civil War. That's where I always stop with Spider-Man. Whenever I do my Spider-Man reread, which probably happens like once a fucking year, is I reread up to just before Civil War, because in my opinion Civil War is the true ending of Spider-Man, because he reveals his identity and then you have to do the stuff after, and then that leads into brand new One More Day. So to me, I stop before Civil War with Spider-Man. But anyway, that's it from me. What do you think? Are you guys excited? Are you guys looking forward to Spider-Man Brand New Day? Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys all next time.